सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। यावानर्थ उदपाने सर्वतः सम्प्लुतोदके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि योगस्थः कुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्योः समो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणाः फलहेतवा बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते तस्मात् योगाय युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्. You know, we have to see this verse, this particular verse that we are doing. Remember the previous topic. The previous topic is that everything that we do in life, it amounts to revolving around Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. These are all tendencies, temperaments. We can reduce all our whims and fancies, or our thinkings, our ideas, everything can be reduced to Sattva, Rajas, Tamo, Gunas. Even though our tendencies, like you see, even though there are so many tamarind trees, we can bring them, all those individual tamarind trees can be brought under one jati, one species. Once we say species, it includes all the individual members. Species, like human species. All human individuals come under human species. All individual trees come under one species called vegetation, vegetable kingdom. Vegetable kingdom. Flora. It's all called comprehensive terms. That manner. Sattva-guna is a comprehensive term. It is a species. Means what? All thoughts of objectivity, all thoughts conforming to universal codes are Sattva-guna. Something nice. All sober thoughts, all right thoughts. Means what? Right in terms of the codes, the human codes. And all kinds of ambitions come under Rajoguna. And all kinds of negativity comes under Tamoguna. All kinds of negative. Negativity also has got a certain variety about it. Negativity has a variety about it. Swamiji, why don't you give an example? You beat the person and topple him, or you topple him and beat him up. That is a variety. This kind of variety, all kinds of negative. Both are negative. Both are negative. One beggar came to the house and a South Indian mother-in-law. A beggar came and the South Indian mother-in-law said, "Kuch nahi, jao. Mere yahan par kuch nahi, jao." Then the daughter-in-law comes and asks the beggar, "What did the mother-in-law? What did my mother-in-law do?" He said, "Jao, kuch nahi. Hamare saath aa jao ghar." The beggar thought she is going to give. The younger girl seems to be good. The older Mataji seems to be conjuice. So this younger girl seems to be calling me back. And then takes him to the door and says, "Who is she to tell you go? I am saying go." Who is she to tell you go? Who is she to say go? I am saying, it is my right to say go. Understand the variety in negativity? This is called variety in negativity. It is all about negativity. All negativity comes under what? Tamoguna. Krishna said, "Hey, transcend this tamoguna. There is a truth that awaits. There is a truth that is untouched by tamoguna. There is a truth that is untouched by rajoguna. There is a truth that is also not touched by even sattva-guna. Because even sattva-guna has its limitations. It's good, but yet it's not the whole. It's not complete. It's not the whole. And therefore here he says, "My dear, nirdvandvo bhava, nitya sattvasto bhava, niryoga kshema bhava, atmavana." This sequence, I want you to see this sequence. In Sanskrit we have a particular relationship called. You have to hear, you have to give your full attention. There is something called reason-result relation. Hetu mad bhava in Sanskrit. Hetu means reason. Hetu means reason. Mobiles you can switch off. Reason. Hetu mat means result, that which has a reason. We always handle the reason to handle you tackle the reason to tackle the result. It's a sane way of tackling problems. Trying to arbitrarily tackle, you mess up things. You see, you always go systematic. You tackle the reason to tackle the result. It gives you order. Order means that is the right thing. That's the right thing. And that is what Krishna points out here. Nirdvandvo bhava. Hey, don't get attached to this pairs, love and hate and this, opposite emotions. Nitya sattvastaha, always think correctly. Niryoga kshemaha, see. And then don't unnecessarily have money, but don't all the time fearing future insecurities. There are two things. Having money has nothing to do with the thinking of insecurity. You can be very rich and still be frightened all day and night about the future. You see, the fear is a peculiar, it's a kind of a phobia. Fear of insecurity is universal, but if you put a little accent on it, it becomes insufferable. That makes a big difference. The normal fear of insecurity everybody has. That doesn't pose a problem. That doesn't spoil your day. That doesn't spoil your day. But you have a little extra fear, you are thinking too much about the fear, then it spoils every day. Then it is a spoiler. Bhagavan says, Niryoga Kshemaha means leave your yoga and kshema to me. Yoga and kshema means what your security is. Leave it to me. Leave it to me means leave it in the hands of God. Bhagavan, why should I leave it in your hands? All right, keep it in your hand. And don't cry. No, it is not in my hand. Then let it be in my hands. What is not in your hands is in my hands. And recognize that what is in your hands and what is not in your hands. Manage what is in your hands and don't worry about what is not in your hands. What is the use of worrying about what is not in your hands and mismanaging what is in your hands? What is in our hands we are all the time mismanaging. Hey, what is in your hand? A right attitude is in your hand. You mess it up. Being nice to the other person is in your hand. You mess it up. Working hard is in your hand and you mess it up. Doing exercises is in your hands and you mess it up. Hey, what is in your hands, you manage it. And don't try to manage what is in God's hands. Bhagavan is a better manager than you are. Definitely. Any day is better. And therefore, what you do, manage what is in your hands. When it comes to the future security, it's not in my hands. What will happen tomorrow is not in my hands. What will happen is not in my hands. The earthquake is not in my hands. Therefore, managing means managing what is in my hand. And do you know what is in our hands? What is in our hands is only our attitudes, our mind. Bhagavan says really, what is in your hand? Everything else is not in your hands. Whereas your thinking is in your hands. Your thinking is in your hands. Your emotions are in your hands. Your attitudes are in your hands. What you say is in your hands. What you do in your hands. Then very next verse Bhagavan is going to say that. I am only giving the introduction. We are trying to prepare ourselves for the next verse. What you do is in your hands, what you say is in your hands, what you think is in your hands. Manage that. Don't mismanage your thoughts, don't mismanage your words, don't mismanage your actions. And what is not in your hands, leave it in the hands of God. And for all that Bhagavan said, Atmavan Bhava, this is possible. You can happily do what I am talking here, Arjuna, Krishna says, provided you understand that all that you need is yourself. You need to relax and know yourself. As long as you are not looking out somewhere for what you need, all my teaching will have an effect on you. The moment you come back to yourself, all that man needs is within himself. It is not possible to think that what he needs is somewhere else. What is elsewhere? Why should it be my need? What is elsewhere? What is elsewhere? Why should it be my need? My need is, even as an individual, air is my need. It is right there. See, it is right there. All that I need is around me. All that I need is around me and all that I need is within me. All that I need is not in heaven. And therefore, Krishna says, Atmavan Bhava. Recognize that you are in need of yourself. You are in need of recognizing yourself. And once you come back to yourself, then you find great relaxation. And once you have relaxation, then you can hear, you can understand what is being said. This is over. This is what we have proved, what Bhagavan said in the verse number 45. And now we are going to see another verse before we come to that great verse, that great popular verse, Karmanyevadhikaraste Mapu. The pronunciation of this verse by Mr. B.R. Chopra is wrong. Understand? Even though I admire his devotion to it, I don't mean anything. It is just someone who sang it. Mr. Chopra did not sing it, I don't think. It's only someone else. And there are certain, some funny additions, unwanted additions. That verse, before we come to that verse, there is another verse which is very interesting, very great wisdom. It says, think of 100. Just think of a number 100. What is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? What are they? Parallel to 100 or within 100? हमें इसके बारे में सोचना पड़ेगा. हम लोग घर जाएंगे, हम अपने माता पिता से पूछेंगे. स्वामी जी ने एक रिडल पूछा है, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are they parallel to 100 or within 100? Parallel to 100 or within 100? Within 100. Hey Ramachandra. In fact, 99 also is within 100. Everything right up to 100 is within 100. And even a couple of, and even 500s are within 1,000. And thousands are within 1,00,000. And lakhs are within 1,000,000. And millions are within 1,000,000,000. Like this you go. This is what we need to understand in life. We need to understand in life. That is, all that I look for through money, all that I look for through name, through fame, through comfort, through recognition, through, what we call praise by others, respect by others. I want others to respect me. I want others to value me. I want others to salute me. I want others, you understand, to be sweet to me. No, I want to be someone in this world. I don't want to be a non-entity in this society. I want to be someone to look up to or to admire me, etc. And everything gives me little happiness, little happiness. Every small little good thing gives me happiness. Every pleasure gives me happiness. Every taste gives me, when I have good food, it gives me happiness. When I listen to music, it gives me happiness. And when I go for a walk, it gives me happiness. When somebody comes and tells me nice things, it makes me happy. Therefore, I always look for something which makes me happy, though temporarily. Koi baat nahi. I want small bits of happiness. Small bits and pieces of happiness. Because minus those moments of happiness, I just break down. I break down. I am denied of those moments of happiness for a few days, then I become depressed. What is depression? Prolonged denial of moments of happiness. Prolonged denial of moments of happiness makes one depressed. It is not that for one day you are denied of happiness and you become depressed. ऐसा नहीं. आज भी कुछ नहीं मिला, कल भी कुछ नहीं मिला, परसों भी कुछ नहीं मिला, for 10-15 दिन कुछ नहीं मिला. Then you become what? Udas. Depressed. You become depressed. Prolonged denial leads to depression. Prolonged denial. And here Bhagavan says, you don't have to feel depressed even when you are denied of those pleasures. If you get them, enjoy them. If you don't get them, don't look upon it as a loss. Why? Because all those moments of happiness are like, limited, small, like droplets. Whereas you are the ocean. Aram se suno, you are the ocean. Those moments that you get, those moments of happiness that you get from the pleasures, from goody things around. Good dress, good food, good drink, good friends, party every day, nice things. And gajar ka halwa, and kaju ka barfi, all of them make really, even a depressed man, you give him a good barfi, I tell you, he's out of that depression. Why? Because our depressions are so fragile. Therefore, even to pull a person out of those fragile depressions is not difficult. Why? Because these baseless, very fragile are our depressions. For no reason we pull a long face, for no rhyme or reason. And then you give him a chocolate, he's all right. Give him a chocolate, he's all right. Now here Bhagavan says, all these moments of happiness, out of your, sometimes it is your destiny that they are denied to you. You better recognize. Sometimes there is prolonged denial of moments of happiness. That is a destiny. It is not somebody conspires. Even if somebody conspires, that is your destiny. You see? Even if somebody conspires against your happiness, that is a part of your destiny. He is only made use of as a tool, as a nimitta. He is only destiny is being used. Destiny uses a person to make you unhappy sometimes, yes. I mean, if you look very profoundly into the life, if you look into life very profoundly, then sometimes destiny uses an individual as a tool. It's like, it was a destiny of all the Kauravas and Pandavas, just to have fight and die. Then a few individuals were made tools really by the destiny. This also happens. But anyway, to begin with, we do not know what is destiny. We should always go by right thinking. It's only in retrospect destiny. But anyway, even if you are, despite your best efforts to get moments of happiness, if you are denied of those moments of happiness for a long time, please take it as a destiny. But there is something more to understand. In fact, you are the ocean. Those moments of happiness are like droplets. Therefore, there is no reason for you to feel let down. There is no reason for you to feel depressed. There is no reason for you to be sad about your destiny or about yourself. You can just really move to your scripture and then listen to what it says about you. And then really, you are that ocean. You can discover that ocean. Thus, this is one point. The another point is, I want you to concentrate on this point. We perform rituals. They give us some happiness. They bring us some pleasure and give us some happiness. Rituals. Prayers give us some happiness. Worships give us happiness. Pilgrimages give us happiness. All these, religious actions, spiritual actions, give us happiness. Now, you can't say they don't make us unhappy, because if they don't make you happy, I think, thousands of people, why do they go to Kumbh Mela? Supposing, there is a Kumbh Mela happening. And then all the South Delhi people say, why should one go to that Kumbh Mela and suffer because there is a lot of stampede? I don't know why so many people congregate. Hey, they must be feeling happy. You may not be liking it, otherwise why should one spend so much of money and go there? Must be feeling his own happiness, his own kind of happiness. It must be that, that going and meeting people and then having open skies and then lot of water and all. There's a lot of anandam. पता नहीं इन लोगों का दिमाग क्या है, कहाँ आनंद है. आराम से अपनी घर में रहो, ड्राइंग रूम में रहो. That is your आनंदम. Not to get out of your drawing room is your Anandam. And to go out of drawing room and then go and then enjoy the crowds, vagaira, that is their Anandam. Everybody has his Anandam. So you can't run down somebody else. Apna Ananda. Bhagavan says all these Anandas, all these various moments of happiness that we get through religious and spiritual activities are like again droplets. Whereas yourself are the ocean. This is the refrain. This is what is pointed out by Krishna. What you find outside are droplets. You are the ocean. This is not some kind of pep talk. This is not a pep talk, just to pep up the spirits of, the people. A nice sochna. Krishna did not give a pep talk to Arjuna. Come on, get up, fight. It is not a pep talk like that. Showing what is choiceless is not a pep talk. You have no choice over duty, it is a pep talk. And therefore, this is what you find outside are just droplets and you are the ocean is not a pep talk. And this is what Krishna wants man to see. And he doesn't say, and the most beautiful thing is, he says, renounce the droplets and own the ocean. He doesn't say. He says, recognize the ocean, which also includes the droplets. What is there? Don't take a stand against the droplets. Enjoy them, to comfort yourself through them, to recognize. Enjoy the droplets to perceive the ocean. Enjoy the droplets. Comfort yourself through those droplets in order to recognize the ocean that you are. You don't have to make yourself uncomfortable by denying yourself whatever is available. You see, you don't have to deny yourself those moments of happiness. And all those moments of happiness, I want you to hear this. Even if you are half asleep, you better at least become half awake. Become awake fully, not awake, fully awake. Listen. Bhagavan Krishna says, all those droplets, all those moments of happiness that we get through the objects, etc., this world gives us moments of happiness. Doesn't matter. There are certain moments of happiness which whatever you like, you get it, you feel happy. Don't take a stand against them. Don't be a killjoy in life. Don't be a killjoy in life. Enjoy God's creation to understand the source of the universe, God. Enjoy God's creation in order to educate yourself about God, the source of the universe. Did you hear the whole sentence? Yes, Swami, in bits and pieces. Enjoy God's creation, not to stagnate in it. Enjoy God's creation, not to stagnate in it, but to move to understanding the source of it. You see, it's like, I'll give you another example if you can. Serve the teachers to learn from them. Not that. You should serve the teachers just only to serve. Serve the teachers to learn from them. Serve the parents to learn from them. Serve the parents to learn from them. Swamiji, we don't serve the parents to learn from them. We serve the parents to earn from them. You see? We serve them so that, we get the will right. Who will ठीक करे? That is wrong. What is this? Parents, you should never think of earning from the parents, because you should always learn from the parents, because it is only the parents who will never tell you a lie. They will always tell you what is good for you. Everybody else can be a conspirator, but not the. It is the parents who never conspire against your happiness. Parents always love you, love to see you happy. And therefore don't say, I am serving my parents so that, वो will ठीक आ जाए. will में कोई गड़बड़ी ना हो, इसलिए मैं पुराने दिल्ली जाके मद्रास शॉप से एक कॉफी लेके आया. Madras coffee. Every day I get the decoction and I make it myself and then give it to my parents, just to see that the will, we get it right. And once we get the will right, afterwards Nescafe tea right. Adrak ka chai bhi chalega. Afterwards adrak ka chai bhi chalega. Even black coffee is good. Give them whatever. Take, not take. Hey, it is wrong. If you are really the most beautiful, this is an opportunity when you serve your parents, serve them to learn from them, not merely for. Similarly, you serve your teachers to learn from them. Similarly, you enjoy the world, God's creation, thinking that it is God's creation, in order to learn about the soul. I enjoy God's creation, to live in the God's creation and comfort myself so that I can go into the source. I want to go to the source. I want to understand the soul. And therefore, is there a stand taken against creation? No. This is what Bhagavan is saying. Enjoy the droplets to recognize the ocean. This is the thought. This is the thought. What Bhagavan is saying is, don't ignore the ocean. And don't also hate the droplets. Don't hate the droplets and don't ignore the ocean. Use the droplets and discover the ocean. That is being realistic. That is being realistic. Use the droplets, because otherwise how can you survive? If this is the thought, this is the principle, this should be the approach in life, then what it means is, enjoy the prayers, whatever droplets you can get from them. Enjoy the prayers, enjoy the worships, enjoy the values, enjoy everything, enjoy all these upasanas, fastings, everything, all that goes in the name of religion and spirituality. Religious observations, spiritual observations, anything that goes, enjoy. Enjoy, even really pilgrimages, enjoy. You don't say, no, I don't believe in all those things. Listen, I don't believe. Did you ever visit Gangotri? किस देश में है? किस देश में? Rameshwaram? You mean Sri Lanka? Rameshwaram in Sri Lanka. Gangotri is in Pakistan. And Vaishnav Devi temple is in Afghanistan. Who say that? The great, the front runners of Indian society. Are you able to follow? The front runners of Indian society, the leading lights of Indian society, they always, Vaishnav, I don't believe in all that. It is dangerous for Indian society. And therefore here Bhagavan says, enjoy whatever you can get from the prayers and worships and even the rituals and pilgrimages and even all these fastings, etc., Kumbh Melas. Don't renounce anything. They're all enjoyable. And at the same time, Well, use them to entertain, to make yourself happy, to purify your mind, and ultimately to discover the ocean that you are. This is the approach. In this we have to understand the points that are made. Don't look upon prayers as an end in itself. Don't look upon pilgrimages as an end in it. Don't get stagnated with them. Stagnation even in heaven is very uninteresting, I am telling you. It is better to grow out of heaven also until you reach the truth. Suppose you live on in heaven forever and ever. Is it not stagnation? It is stagnation. It's better that you come back to earth so that you have a change and again go back. Therefore, stagnation even in heaven is undesirable. That is why the Shastra says the Devatas in heaven, gods living in heaven, are not qualified for Vedanta. Why? Because their minds are not ready for it. Because they have stagnated in their sense of pleasures for too long. And when a person has stagnated in material pleasures for too long, he loses that sharpness, he loses that sensitivity, or he's not ready for understanding when profound truths. You can't talk to Indra, Tattvamasi. You say Tattvamasi. What is this Tattvamasi? Yes, you will say that. Stagnation makes the mind dull and dumb. Therefore, Krishna also says, don't stagnate in prayers. But prayers are such a wonderful thing. I say, even stagnation in heaven is not desirable. Stagnation in prayers also. Use the prayers and go ahead. Use the prayers to move, in order to move ahead. Use prayers. Don't use the ladder to stand on the ladder. Does anybody use the ladder just to be standing on the ladder? Or you use the ladder to go ahead? We use the ladder and then go ahead. We don't use the ladder and then remain on the ladder. I say prayer is like a ladder. Please understand, prayer is a ladder. Worship is a ladder. Pilgrimage is a ladder. All these things are upayas. Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji beautifully says these are all upayas, these are all ladders. The means. Standing on the ladder is a stagnation. Therefore Krishna says, use the prayers, move ahead. Use the worship, move ahead. Move ahead where? Move back to yourself. That is unfolded in Vedanta. Move to Vedanta. Move from Karmakanda to Vedanta. Move from the rituals to Vedanta. Move from everything to life to Vedanta. Clear? And in Vedanta, then why should we stagnate in Vedanta? Vedanta is not a ladder. Vedanta is the goal. Vedanta is oneself. Vedanta is oneself. You can transcend time, but you can't transcend timelessness. Did you hear that? You can transcend time, but you can't transcend timelessness. You can transcend thought, but you can't transcend freedom from thought. You can transcend limitation. You can't transcend unlimitedness. You can't transcend the self. You see, that is the truth. This is what he has said. Thus he has clarified the position, you see. Don't run down prayers, use them. Don't run down any religious thing, use it. Don't run down any spiritual thing, use it. And don't stagnate in them. There is something great awaiting your attention. And move towards that great, that what we call, that culmination of human thinking. That culmination of human search. That culmination of human understanding. And that is Brahma Vidya. You move to that. That way that is called what is called being useful. What is being useful? Don't run down anything, don't neglect anything. Don't run down the small things, don't ignore the big things. Use the small things to reach the big things. Use the small things to reach the big things. No, I don't want small things, I don't like, these temples, prayers, etc. I want to read that great book called The One. What is that book? Written by somebody in America. He collected some things here, there, and then he wrote a book called The One. Swamiji, we are reading The One. It is all like Vedanta, Swamiji. Did you ever study Vedanta? No, I am not studying. Then how do you know that it is all like Vedanta? Not like Vedanta. See, Indians must first look into their Bhagavad Gita and Vedanta, and then also enjoy your penguin books and all those books, foreign books. That's not a big thing. You can enjoy your paperbacks, but paperbacks are not going to liberate you. But Bhagavad Gita will liberate you. It will liberate you. See the verse now. I have given the entire vision of the verse. Now see that verse. Yavanartha udapane. See the verse we have read. Yavan in Sanskrit means jitna. In Hindi it is called jitna. Jitna means the amount that is available. Arthaha, utility, usefulness. Udapane, a small pond. Udapana means small pond or a deep well. If you go to the south, there are deep wells. Kala Patthar, deep wells. Most of the villages are sustained by the water from those deep wells. But Udapana is that. The deep well. Somewhere deep. Sometimes it is, very deep, 300 feet or something, and then you have a pulley, and then you keep on drawing water. Every house, every traditional house in a village has a well, and then a pulley, and then you keep, drawing, and they had real good health because in the morning you have to pull water, and then use it for everything, and you have cows, and then require water for cooking, and cows and everything. They had that one beautiful lifestyle. You go there, and supposing you go to a house like that, where I tell you can much more enjoy. Very, very nice. Come se come, this jhagda vagara nahi. They're all enjoying. Morning till evening, they're only planning and cooking and eating and enjoying, and then going out and then working in the field. It's not that really you have to go for a walk, etc. By the time they reach their fields, it's all walking over. Therefore, anyway, what I am telling is, Udapana, whatever is the value, whatever is the usefulness of that water deep in a well, Yavanarthaha Udapane, Krishna says. Sarvataha Sampludodake. Then Sarvataha, all over, Sampludodake means what? Abundance of water. At the time of drought, the water in the deep well is very useful. And when there are floods, don't say that well water is useless. It is a part of the flood. A very important thing. We in haste say, when it is a drought, well water is useful. When there is no drought, well water is useless. This is what we say. It doesn't become, well water doesn't become useless. It is a part of flood. बहुत बड़ी बात है ये, इसको समझना इतना आसान नहीं है. And there is something to understand. Krishna says, never say it is useless. When you are going through a drought, the water in the well is useful. When it is flooded, well water is a part of flood. Don't say, it is nice. What a flood. Similarly, when you don't know Vedanta, when you are a layman, when you are looking for moments of happiness, this is called drought. Until you reach Vedanta, it is drought. What did I say? Until you reach Vedanta, it is drought. And during the times of drought, even a prayer gift is like a water in the deep well. Worship is water in the deep well. Being good to somebody and being cared by somebody is like water in the deep well. Every small little happiness in life is a water in the deep well. Water in the deep well. And try to get as many droplets of happiness as possible. Even cordiality with your parents and your partner gives you a lot of water in the deep well. If wife and husband can sit together and communicate with each other and have a cup of tea without really jhagda, is it not really udapana? Is it not really very is it not very comforting thing? It's very comforting. Every small little thing is comforting, and don't unnecessarily be a spoiler of those comforts. An individual should not be a spoiler of his own comforts, his own moments of happiness. Very rarely does somebody else spoil your happiness, understand? Mostly one alone is a spoiler of his own. So himself becomes, so angry in his mind and so greedy, and he's not qualified for happiness. He's only qualified for, he's all the time for a fight, ready for a fight. You should just on his birthday, those things, that gloves which are used in boxing. Those gloves, what are they called gloves? Mitts. This boxing gloves. Okay, we will explain. Whatever it is, boxing. On his birthday, what should he present? Boxing gloves. Give him boxing gloves, because all the time he is, what is the use of it? And therefore, nobody can spoil our happiness. We only spoil our happiness. It is better. Sooner we recognize it, better it is. Anyway, here Krishna says, whatever is the worth, whatever is the value, whatever is the worth of the water in the deep well during the times of drought, same is the value of the moments of happiness that we can get from the world until we come to Vedanta. And once you come to Vedanta, then there is a topic of the ocean. And once you come to the Vedanta, don't dislike the moments of happiness. There are always people who are in need of it. If you are not in need of it, you don't run them down. This is the problem. You don't run them down. Let the people enjoy, and you also enjoy, because they are not other than that ocean. They are a part of the ocean. Thus, he has shown the relation between the water in the deep well and the flood. Tavan sarveshu vedeshu. Now he comes to the topic, Tavan, similarly. Sarveshu vedeshu, in all the rituals and upasanas, karma kanda, sarveshu vedeshu, brahmanasya vijanataha, in the view of an understanding brahmana, an understanding person. Brahmana stands for Brahmajnani. Janmana jayate Shudraha karmana dvijaha jnanena brahmanaha. Everybody is born a Shudra. Shudra means what? Depressed. Ever unhappy makes a person Shudra. Shochana dravati to Shudraha. It's called Shudra means what? He's all the time unhappy, impure, complaining. He's called Shudra. A man full of impulse, a man who moves with the impulses is called a Shudra. I want you to hear this point. Supposing you feel like angry, you become angry. You feel like greed. You feel like jealous. You feel like hitting the other person, you hit. You feel like cheating, cheat. This is what is called man-marzi. The one who believes in man-marzi is a Shudra. And the one who says, no, this is wrong, it is better to go again, have a control over the impulses, he becomes a Dvija. That is called initiation into self-control. Gayatri is nothing but initiation into Vedic life, Vidhi. One is Swabhavika. Impulses are Swabhavika. Man is born with the impulses. And then he is initiated into Gayatri. Hey, don't move with impulses. You need to control them. This is called initiation. Initiation into Vedic thinking is called Upanayanam. Upanayanam. Introducing the child to the Vedic way of thinking. Upanayanam. And therefore when a person has control over the impulses, he is called Dvijaha. He is called twice born. Understand twice born? He is born with the impulses, that is the first birth. Then he is initiated into self-control. That is called second Janma. Are you able to follow? And then when he discovers himself, he is a Brahmana. Therefore everybody is born a Shudra. Everybody is a Dvija when he has got control over his impulses. And when he comes to Vedanta and discovers the self, he becomes a Brahmana. And that is why it is said, Janmana jayate Shudraha, Karmana Dvijaha, Brahma Jnanena Brahmana. And in the eyes of a Brahmana, that means the right vision that should be respected is that at times of drought, even water in the deep well is useful. Similarly, until you come to Vedanta, you are going through the times of drought, during which time all values are good, prayers are good, worships are good, and fastings are good. Every small little thing that can make you happy is good. Sustain yourself by means of those moments of happiness. Don't let yourself down. Don't really be harsh to yourself. Try to look after yourself. And until you come to Vedanta, in which you discover yourself, the flood. And after coming to Vedanta, don't run down prayers. It's like many people come to Vedanta and say, we don't believe in bhakti. Hey, what is bhakti? Bhakti only brought you here. I don't believe in prayers because we are advanced. We are advanced students of Vedanta. What advanced students of Vedanta? This is all vanity. This is called spiritual vanity. Yes. This is called spiritual. We are all advanced students. We are all advanced students means what? Dimag really kharab. When dimag is really kharab, then you use the language, we are advanced. And therefore, even when you come to Vedanta, prayers are good, worships are good, everything is good. Don't run them down, promote them. Let there be promote everything that is blessing somebody or the other. Promote everything that blesses somebody or the other, without harming anybody. Anything that helps somebody, that which is being useful without being harmful to anybody, should be promoted. Should be promoted. And ultimately you come to the Vedanta where the drought comes to an end. When you come to Vedanta, the drought comes to an end for eternity. Not able to follow? The drought comes to an end for eternity. Until that drought comes to an end, use the creation to make yourself happy through whatever the right value. Don't say, Swamiji, what about really wrong values? Hey, that will not make you happy. They will give you really floods of unhappiness, not moments of happiness. Right values give you moments of happiness, not wrong values give you more happiness. In fact, they give you unending unhappiness. There is no use of making yourself unhappy. Is the verse clear? And then, thus, now the synopsis of it is, there are a lot of things. Let us tie them. Loose ends must be tied. Pick up the vision in one sentence. Don't run down anything that is only useful, not harmful. Don't run down anything that is only being useful, but without ever being harmful. Promote them. And never get stagnated in it. Use it to move ahead. Use it to move ahead. Use it. It's like every step you take as a step towards the next step. Let every step be a step towards the next step. Don't stagnate in the same step. Take a step, and that every step should be treated as a step towards the next step. And the next step is a step towards the next step. And that is a step towards the next step. Thus keep mobile. Keep moving until come to Vedanta. And then discover yourself, what is wrong in that? If this one happens, this is what is called, this is what is called the God's accommodation. This is what is called God's accommodative capacity. You are as accommodative as Bhagavan himself. You are accommodative life. You have God's accommodation. Meaning, you respect everything that is useful without ever being harmful. You respect the alphabet, you respect the first standard, you respect the second standard, you respect every kind of education, though you are doing your masters, but you respect everything. This is what Krishna says. Is it not necessary to understand this point? That deep water in the deep well never becomes irrelevant even when there is flood. It is a part of flood. Don't say it stands separate and it is useless. It's a part of flood. In that manner, in life also, prayers and all that they give me, whatever they can, then I move ahead. And then even when I look back, I am only being grateful. It's like, I'm going to give a very drastic example. A daughter is brought up by the parents, a girl is brought up by the parents, and the parents educate the girl, parents bring her up and marry her off, and she is well settled with her husband. Lot of money has gone into a rich Marwadi family, and the girl is very comfortable. Now, do the parents become irrelevant now? Done? अब उनकी कोई जरूरत नहीं. They are like a deep well, deep water in the deep well. Husband's situation is flood. Why look back at the water in the deep well? Is it like that? Is it like that? No, they are a part of the flood. Those who brought you to this situation are a part of that situation. Therefore, even in retrospect, you appreciate their value. That is the meaning. We'll continue it later. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaha Purnamurajyate Purnasya Purnamadaja Purnameva Vadishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Ji, Hari Om.